Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So differentiate this. Find dy by dx of this here. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this here, visualize it as this: 4x squared sine the bubble here equals 5. In your mind, visualize it as this. So you've got one bubble here multiplying with another bubble here. So you know you've got to use the product rule. So remember, the product rule is differentiate this, leave this the same, and then leave this the same, differentiate this. So let's do the product rule here. So the first part of the product rule is differentiate this. So that would be 8x, and then keep this the same. That would be sine the bubble here, and then the next step of the product rule is keep this the same, which is 4x squared, and then differentiate this. When you differentiate this bubble, it will be cos of that bubble over there, and then you've got to differentiate the bubble itself. So it's going to be times times the bubble itself. So hang on, times we now have to differentiate the bubble itself. So that will be 10x, and then plus 6y. Remember this bit here. This bit here will be 6y squared, and then we've got to differentiate the y itself here, which will be 1 dy by dx, 1 times dy by dx here. Okay, and then this 5 here equals 0. Okay, because we've got to differentiate the 5 here. And don't forget, what's inside the bubble here is 5x squared plus 2y to the power 3. What's inside this bubble is 5x squared plus 2y to the power 3. Okay, so now tidying up this thing here. Tidy up this thing. So remember, you've got one block here, and then add. Don't forget, you've got a times here. So all this here exists in one block here. Okay. So now it's just a matter of tidying up here. So hang on, let me think. So now this so this 4x squared is this bit here, and then I've just substituted in the bubble. The bubble is this thing here, so it's pretty much the same. I've just tidied it up. Okay, so this thing here becomes this. Okay, and then now let's tidy it up. So hang on. So this will then become, hang on. So don't forget, we've got this thing. Add this thing here. Don't forget, all this is in one block because we've got a times here. Okay, so hang on. So now let me think. Oh yeah. So we've got one block here because of this times here. This is like one block here, and this here is another block. So the left hand side is this block plus this block equals the right hand side here. So our aim is to isolate dy by dx here. So in your mind, take away this block from both sides. So this moves to the other side here. That's why you've got the equal sign here. So this is the left hand side, and this is the right hand side here. Okay, so from here, at the moment we've got one block and then plus another block here. Our next move is to take away this from both sides. So now this is on the right hand side, and all this here is this thing here. Okay, because you've got one thing multiplying with another thing here. So this one thing here is this thing here, and then multiply this thing here is this thing here. Okay, so yeah. So from here we are now here. Okay. Next step. At the moment you've got one block multiplying with another block here, multiplying with this block here, and then equals this block here. So now we want to somehow get to dy by dx in here. So divide both sides by this block here. So when you divide both sides here, all that you're left with on the left hand side is this block here. That's this thing here, and now this, which is this here, divided by this thing here, which is this thing here. Okay. If you don't understand it, stare at it. Press pause and stare at this. Okay. Next step. So we are now here. Next step is to take away this thing from both sides. That will then give you this thing equals this whole thing here. Okay, and then hang on, and then yeah. So now hang on. Let me just shrink this. Hang on. No, actually, I'm not going to shrink it. I'm just going to move it. Hang on. So now that would take. So all that's at the end here is just this bit here. Okay, hang on. I'm moving it back. So so now let's merge these two together. So here, turn this into a fraction here. Time stop. We'll want to merge this with this. Okay. But the way we do that is to get the two denominators to be the same. So imagine it as 10x over 1. Now times top and bottom by this whole thing here, and then we can merge the two together. So on this side here, you've got this here, and then merging these two. Well, at the moment you've got in a way one fraction taking away another fraction here. We want to merge these two fractions. Okay. So the next step will be this. Hang on. So hang on. Oops. So hang on. So the next step here, so it equals this here, okay. And then the next step is to sorry about this. So the next step is to divide both sides by this. So at the moment you've got this times this here. So the next step is to divide both sides by this, by 6y squared. Now if you divide by 6y squared, if you divide by 6y squared, it will give you this here. So basically the 6. So at the moment you're here. Okay, if you divide both sides by 6y squared, it will then get multiplied to the bottom. So merge this 6y squared with something up here. Okay, so the 6 times a 4 would be 24. Would be 24 here. Okay, the y squared here is here, and the x squared here is this one here. So it's basically well, when you divide it by when you divide it by 6y squared, when you divide it by 6y squared, it gets multiplied to the bottom, giving you this whole thing here. Okay, so the answer is dy by dx equals this whole thing here. Okay, so this is your final answer.